Can you imagine someone spending $700 million, yes, $700 million, on 2 pizzas? This really happened. Imagine that you ordered 2 regular pizzas, maybe cheese-flavored or pepperoni-flavored. Who doesn't love pizza? But these pizzas later became the most expensive food in the world. Why? Because someone bought them for 10,000 bitcoins, and now, the value of those bitcoins has skyrocketed to over $700 million. To give you a more intuitive feeling, please look at this chart. In 2010, Bitcoin was almost worthless, but now it is a treasure that every investor dreams of. Plus, with this pizza image, don't you start to feel that these 2 slices of pizza are practically gilded? This is not an ordinary pizza transaction. This is the first real goods transaction in Bitcoin history. It marks the transformation of Bitcoin from a virtual toy among nerdy programmers into a currency that can be used in the real world. Imagine the situation at that time was like someone took a game coin and said, "Hey, can I use this to buy some food?" And another person actually agreed. Thus, this transaction not only filled Laszlo's stomach but also laid the foundation for cryptocurrency payments. So the question arises, was this transaction a crazy gamble or a bold attempt to change history? Next, let's delve into this legendary story. Okay, now let's go back to May 22, 2010, an ordinary day, when a programmer living in Florida, USA, named Laszlo Hanyecz, posted on a forum called Bitcoin Talk, saying, "I would like to exchange 10,000 bitcoins for 2 pizzas, preferably large ones, so I can have some leftovers for tomorrow." A few days later, a British user with the username Jerkos accepted the proposal. He ordered pizza from Papa John's and had it delivered to Laszlo's house, and in return, he received 10,000 bitcoins. At that time, the value of those bitcoins was about $41, while the pizza itself only cost $25. Clearly, ordering takeout is much easier than making financial history. However, this transaction not only filled Laszlo's stomach, but it also marked the first time Bitcoin was used to purchase goods in the real world. This is why May 22 is known as Bitcoin Pizza Day, becoming a major holiday celebrated by the cryptocurrency community. Okay, now let's delve into why Bitcoin has seen such a significant increase. It's not just because it's cool or popular. There are actually several very important reasons behind it, from scarcity to market dynamics, to global economic trends. Each point is crucial. 1. Scarcity, the allure of digital gold. First, the total supply of Bitcoin is strictly limited to 21 million, a number that was hard-coded by Satoshi Nakamoto in the Bitcoin code. So far, about 19.6 million Bitcoins have been mined, with less than 1.4 million remaining to be gradually released over the next few decades, and it is expected to be fully mined by the year 2140. This hard cap design makes Bitcoin as precious as a digital version of gold. Imagine if there were only 21 million pieces of gold in the world. Each one would become incredibly valuable, right? Moreover, Bitcoin can be divided into smaller units, such as Satoshi, which makes it both rare and practical. Interestingly, every 4 years, Bitcoin also undergoes a halving event. This means that the reward miners receive for mining a block is halved, for example, from the initial 50 Bitcoins to the current 6.25 Bitcoins. This mechanism further reduces the supply of new Bitcoins, making it more scarce. 2. Demand growth, from the geek circle to a global craze. Next is the demand. Initially, Bitcoin was just a toy for geeks, but now it has become an important asset for hundreds of millions of people around the world to invest in and trade. According to data from 2024, the number of people worldwide who own cryptocurrency has reached 562 million, an increase of 34% from 2023. Among them, the United States, Turkey, and Singapore are some of the countries with the highest cryptocurrency adoption rates. Moreover, Bitcoin has attracted not only ordinary investors but also institutional investors. For example, when the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, approved the first Bitcoin ETF, Exchange Traded Fund, the price of Bitcoin soared by 28% within just 2 weeks, adding $235 billion in market value to the entire market. Another interesting phenomenon is that during times of economic instability, such as periods of high inflation or financial crises, people are more inclined to invest their money in safe haven assets like Bitcoin. For example, during the debt crises in Venezuela and Greece, Bitcoin trading volumes surged significantly as local currencies depreciated sharply, and Bitcoin provided a more stable way to store value. 3. Market volatility. High risk, high return. Finally, we have to mention market volatility. Indeed, Bitcoin is very prone to large fluctuations, but this is actually an inevitable part of emerging assets. According to statistics, from 2020 to 24, Bitcoin's volatility is 3 to 4 times that of the traditional stock market, but the returns it brings are also far higher than other assets. Imagine that the price of Bitcoin is like a calm lake surface. In 2023, its fluctuations are smaller than ever, just like the still waters of a lake. This low volatility period is often seen as the market gathering strength, like the calm before a storm. Why? Because when the price of Bitcoin is stable, many investors feel it is safer and more trustworthy, leading them to buy in large quantities. Next, as demand increases, the price rises rapidly, just like a sudden strong wind sweeping across the lake. For example, by the end of 2023, the price of Bitcoin soared from $30,000 to over $40,000, like a long-awaited explosion. But there was also a completely different scene. At the end of 2017, Bitcoin was like a balloon that was being inflated more and more, with prices soaring to nearly $20,000. Everyone was talking about it, and investors were rushing in like it was a grand party. However, by 2018, this balloon started to deflate. Regulatory pressure, market panic, and some exchanges being hacked led investors to start withdrawing their funds. It was like the party was over, and everyone rushed to leave, resulting in Bitcoin's price plummeting from $19,783 to $3,200. This crypto winter not only caused significant losses for many but also made people start to rethink the future of cryptocurrencies. In addition, large investors, also known as whales, have also played a role in amplifying market fluctuations. According to statistics, by the end of 2023, the top 10,000 investors controlled more than one-third of the Bitcoin supply. A large-scale buy or sell by them can trigger a massive market shock. The transaction of buying pizza with 10,000 Bitcoins is not just a story of a foodie, but also the first step taken by a decentralized payment system. The social significance behind it far exceeds our imagination. In the traditional financial system, our transactions rely on intermediaries such as banks and credit card companies to complete them. These institutions not only charge high fees but also hold control over the transactions. The emergence of Bitcoin has completely changed all of this. It is based on blockchain technology, which makes transactions decentralized. This means that you and the other party can complete transactions directly without the involvement of a third party. Imagine that Bitcoin is like a digital trust protocol. It uses encryption technology and a distributed ledger to make every transaction public and transparent, while also being tamper-proof. This mechanism of trust, not relying on people, but on code, is called trust minimization, trustless system. In other words, you don't need to trust a bank or institution, you just need to trust mathematics and technology. This pizza transaction is a perfect embodiment of the decentralized concept. More importantly, this decentralization has also brought about profound social impacts. For example, in some economically unstable or bank-deficient countries, Bitcoin has become an important financial tool, providing those who cannot access traditional banking systems with the opportunity to participate in the global economy. This is known as financial inclusion. Decentralization is not just exclusive to the financial sector, it is quietly changing every aspect of our lives. For example, do you know where the strawberries you bought come from? Blockchain can track their entire journey from the farm to the supermarket, ensuring food safety. In the medical field, your medical records can be securely shared with doctors through blockchain, without worrying about privacy breaches. Even the excess electricity generated by the solar panels on your roof can be sold directly to your neighbors, without going through the power company. Elections can also be more transparent, using blockchain voting, where each vote is encrypted and recorded, making it tamper-proof. What about education? Institutions like the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, have already started issuing diplomas using blockchain, allowing employers to verify authenticity online. In gaming, you can truly own your virtual characters and items, trading them freely through NFTs. Even charitable donations have become more transparent, ensuring that every penny is used where it should be. From food to energy, from elections to games, decentralization is redefining trust and efficiency. Now you might be thinking, oh my God, if I were Laszlo Hanyaks, I would definitely regret it. But you know what? Laszlo himself actually doesn't regret it at all. In an interview, he said, "I don't regret it. At that time, being able to exchange virtual currency for physical goods was really cool." For him, it was not just a transaction, but an experiment, an opportunity to prove that Bitcoin can be used to purchase real goods. Interestingly, he felt proud to be a part of cryptocurrency history. After all, without this pizza transaction, perhaps today we wouldn't have so many exciting stories about Bitcoin to talk about. Every year on May 22nd, the cryptocurrency community celebrates a special holiday, Bitcoin Pizza Day. This day is not just about eating pizza, but also commemorates the historic transaction in 2010, Now, this festival has become a grand celebration for cryptocurrency enthusiasts around the world. From New York to Tokyo, from Berlin to Buenos Aires, people are celebrating this historic moment through various activities. For example, hosting pizza parties, blockchain discussions, and even free pizza giveaways. Some companies also launch special promotions, such as discounts for paying with Bitcoin, or even giving you a pizza for free. There are also organizations like PizzaDAO that hold global pizza parties in over 150 cities worldwide, attracting tens of thousands of participants. After all, this day belongs not only to pizza but also to the spirit of innovation and change. Alright, what applications do you think decentralized technology will have in the future? Or what is your favorite pizza flavor? See you next time.